guys, welcome to another video on the Crush Crowdfunding YouTube channel. I'm so excited to have you guys here today because today I'm going to talk about what the heck to post. And it might sound kind of silly, but a lot of people I talk to just really aren't sure about what to post when it comes to their social media site. So let's think about it this way. Crowdfunding happens online. Kickstarter, Indiegogo, it's all online. And when you want people to come to your page and actually give you credit card information to actually back your project and pre-order your product, again, it's all online. So that's really honestly why you have to have a presence online, because you can't just be knocking on people's doors every single day and hope that that marketing translates to people actually taking out their credit card and backing your project on Kickstarter online, because everything is online. So you have to market yourself online. You have to be online. You have to really create that transparency online. You have to create that credibility online. You have to build that relationship with your potential backers online. Because again, at the end of the day, what you're going to be selling, what you're going to be having people pre-order from not only where you live, but everywhere else around the world, it's all online. So that's why everything you're thinking about doing, everything you see in normal marketing for stores all around you, mom and pop shops, big box retail stores around you, think about how you can do that, but online. What kind of things draw you and attract you to these physical stores? And think about how to translate these things online. Because again, it all happens online. And the main reason you want to really build up your social media presence, things you post on things like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, is to really build up that credibility that people have. People have to know, trust, and like you in order to even spend $1 on you, let alone if your product is $20, $30, $40, $100, $1,000. Whatever your product is, people still have to trust you enough that you're going to create the product, that you're going to keep them updated, that you're going to deliver the product. And the main way to really show that credibility and really build that trust and really build that relationship with the people that you want to bring into your campaign to really back your project is, again, to post online, to have that online presence, to be active, be present, be there. Honestly, the rule of thumb for anything that you do online, any marketing, anything for crowdfunding in particular, for Kickstarter, for Indiegogo, especially if you're going to launch very soon, is to be open, be transparent, and be authentic. Those are kind of the main things you have to be when you're thinking about doing your marketing online and when you're thinking about what to post online and also how to be present for people online. Again, be open, be transparent, and be authentic. It's really because people who follow crowdfunding and people who actually back projects on crowdfunding are super early adopters. They're the people who are willing to take whatever money they have, instead of putting it to savings, they're willing to put it into getting a product that they won't get for 3 months down the line or 6 months down the line or a year down the line. They're the people who aren't afraid to take that risk just to hopefully see this better, more effective product go out on the market in the future. There are these people who are so invested and so dedicated in you and your idea that, again, they're willing to spend that money for something that might not even get made if the project derails in some way, like in timeline, in budgeting, in financing. These are the people who are super gung-ho about you, even before the product gets made. So when you think about it, the people who follow crowdfunding, they're not going to be afraid to see the bad or the ugly. They're not going to be afraid to see your struggles. Actually, they love that. They love seeing everything from your wins. Like, hey, I figured out how to tweak this prototype so it's even more cost effective now. Or, hey, I figured out how to make these colors blend better for this product that I'm creating. Also, they're super open to seeing you say things like, oh man, like I failed doing this. Like I tried to find suppliers for 3 months and it didn't work for 3 months, and then now I found the best supplier who's gonna be able to do this for such a cost-effective price. Or I've been working for months trying to get this PCB to work properly, but it just hasn't been doing it, so I changed it up a little bit and now it works. They're not afraid to see your struggles. They're not afraid to see things not being perfect, things that don't have a nice bow kind of tied on the top, because they're here for you. They're here to support you and help you get your idea from where it is now in your head or as a prototype. They're here ready to help you get that idea out to the market. So don't be scared to just be open with people, be transparent. If you're having a really, really bad month trying to get things moving forward for your crowdfunding project, tell them. They're going to be even more thankful to you for being open, for literally telling them everything and bringing them along in the journey. Think about the last book that you read that you were really, really engrossed in. The last thing you read that was probably like fiction, right? That you were super engrossed in. Well, you learned about the main character and you learned about both the good and the bad, right? You learned about what their strengths are. They're really good at talking to people, making friends, and building communities. But you also learned about their weaknesses, the things that they struggled with, their identity, their hidden traits that they're scared to talk to people about. But you learn to love the character in both their strengths and also their weaknesses. It becomes a more holistic person, and it becomes something and someone that you can actually relate to. You can actually want to follow along in the story. It makes the main character, at least, someone who has a character flaw that you're like, okay, this person's kind of like me, or this person's kind of like XYZ that I know. I really want to root for them because of this weakness that they have, and I hope that they can conquer it. So if you think back to like your favorite TV shows, your favorite movies, your favorite books, the main character, there's always an obstacle or always something that you're just really, really dying to get behind them so that you can help them get over this obstacle, go to their next phase, succeed. It's very much the same with a crowdfunding campaign. You need to showcase people everything from the good to the bad so that everyone can rally behind you, rally behind your idea, and rally behind your project so that you can gather this crowd and convert them into backers when it comes to launch, your launch day, your launch period. Now that we're kind of in that mindset of being open, being transparent, and being authentic, one thing I really wanted to talk to you about was the 5 different things that you can post about during your pre-launch. Again, be open, be transparent, and be authentic. But now, with that in mind, like, what are the things that you can actually post about? A lot of people come to me and they're like, Nalin, like, what do I post about these 30 days or 60 days or 90 days in my pre-launch campaign? Like, how am I going to have enough things to say to people during this pre-launch phase so that I'm able to keep people excited? How am I going to have enough content for all this time? And the funny thing is, you probably have more content than you even know you have. Everything that you've done so far is the content. The process is the marketing. With crowdfunding, seriously, the process is the marketing. Everything you've done so far is the marketing for your campaign and for your campaign success. So the first thing that you can post about is literally just information about your product, like what the features are, what the benefits are, what kind of things you can do, what are the use cases of the product. If you're launching a habit journal, like what do the pages actually look like? What kind of iterations for that particular habit journal have you been working on? What kind of colors have you experimented with? What kind of paper style have you experimented with? Like literally so many things about the product itself that people don't know. And since it's a new product, you want them to know. You want them to know everything about it. And so they would visualize them having it in their life, having it in their hands, and actually using it. Being as specific as possible, and the more specific you are is, the better. So again, the first thing is information about the product. The second thing is user-generated content. So in this pre-launch phase, I really recommend you to, again, go out and beta test your product. Ask people to look at it, ask people to try it out, ask people to use it, ask people to give you feedback pretty much. Ask people to imagine using it, ask people to like play around with it, ask people to kind of try to break it or something. Just get the product in the hands of people, get the prototypes in the hands of people, so that they can tell you exactly what their thoughts are. They can tell you exactly how excited they are. And once you do that, you get so many things, being from like product feedback to ways you can improve the product in the future, or ways you can actually improve the product for this particular campaign. But the most important thing right now too is also that user-generated content. When people use your product or try out your product, let's go back to the habit journal. People try out your product, they're gonna say, wow, I can't imagine living without this. I can't imagine what I would do if I didn't have this anymore. This is literally the best habit tracker I've ever seen in my entire life. Just using quotes like that, getting video reactions of people when they see your product for the first time, use your product for the first time, try your product for the first time. These are absolute gold mines because people just love hearing what other people have to say. You've heard of fear of missing out, right? It happens with products too. If people see that other people like product A, people are going to flock to product A because there's a lot of testimonials going around it. So again, the second thing is that user-generated content. The third thing we're going to talk about today is behind the scenes content. So behind the scenes content is, again, what you probably have a lot of already. Your sketches of early prototypes or early drawings of your idea, or things like what you look like on a Wednesday afternoon when you're working in the office responding to people online, or what your production facility looks like, or who else is behind the team, or like a team picture of like a group meeting working together, or just anything that allows people to kind of like peek behind the curtain and see what you're up to already draws them into your story, draws them into your ideal and your vision for this product. If you can let them in, they're sure to honestly just follow you inside and want to take a look around. They're going to want to be on your side if they see there's 10 of you like tirelessly working for the past 1 year to bring this product to life. They're going to be super excited, and they're going to be super excited for you, and they're going to be super excited to back the project. Number 4 is the founder's journey. It's kind of like the behind the scenes, but it's a little different because it kind of focuses most on you as the founder. As I was talking about earlier, when you're looking at your favorite book or a movie or a TV show, everything is about that one main character and how that main character navigates life and kind of comes up triumphant at the end of the movie, at the end of the book, at the end of the story. So this campaign is your founder's journey. You, if you haven't noticed, are the founder of this product that you want to launch. You are the one that people are going to be rooting for, and they're going to be cheering for, and they're going to be just like hoping you succeed. Like, your story is the story people are going to be obsessed about. And the more you're able to tell them about your founder's journey, the better. Tell them about why you wanted to create the product in the first place. What gave you that initial inspiration? What has pushed you to actually get from ideas and thoughts running on in your head into actually creating the product? Bring them in on your journey. Again, what obstacles have you addressed along the way? What's caused pushback? Maybe there's pushback on family and they don't want you to be an entrepreneur, but you are, and it's in your blood. People are going to relate to your stories. It's the founder's journey. You are the protagonist in this story. And get out there and tell people your story so that they can root for you, they can cheer for you, they can want to help you get over to the end of the story where you are the hero, where you finally overcome your obstacles and meet success. The fifth thing I want to talk about is kind of just pretty simple. It's related articles. Related articles kind of breaks up all the content that you have here that we talked about earlier, the info of the product, the user-generated content, behind the scenes stuff, and the founder's journey. So this is kind of content from within your own niche, within your own market. So you can say, hey, I see what other people are doing here and I'm giving a nod to them, but you should definitely take a look at what I've created here because it's really going to be the best solution for you. For example, if you're creating something that's like a travel jacket, you can talk about your product, talk about people and their reaction to the product, to the jacket. You can talk about the different waterproof coating that you've tried out for behind the scenes. You can talk about your founder's journey of like how you got to even creating this jacket. But one of the other things to also talk about too is like getting people to think about using this product in their own life. And that's done through related content. So if this product, this jacket, is best for when you're out hiking or when you're out traveling the world and backpacking through the world, then start seeding some content about that. Start seeding some content about, hey, best hike spots in Ireland, or hey, what's the best way to backpack around Guatemala? Like little things like that can get people more attached to your brand, attached to what you want to offer, because they see exactly how that product that you are releasing ties into what can happen in real life. Like, oh, I have been thinking about backpacking Guatemala. And oh, okay, like this jacket, this waterproof jacket, I'm going to need it because it's going to rain in Guatemala. Oh, okay, that all makes sense now. And so something like this gets them more involved in your product and in your project because they can, again, really see how it integrates seamlessly into their lives. So again, guys, these are the 5 different things that I would really recommend posting about during your pre-launch. This alone will give you months of content. right? Months and months and months. If you just get a few related articles, if you get some posts out about your founder's journey, if you get some posts out about some behind the scenes, some early sketches, like that's just weeks and months of content already. So don't worry about it. The process is the marketing. And I really encourage you to go out there and start creating this content around your product, because there's so much for you to show the world. There's so much for you to say so that people are going to rally behind your idea. So if you guys like this video, be sure to comment down below your main takeaway and give the video a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, be sure to click subscribe so that you can get access to the newest video when it does drop. I will see you guys next time. Bye.